All right. Okay. Okay. You said you hit me up. You was like, "Oh, I'm on my way. I'm on." It's like I'm on my way, and you did. You sent me a screenshot, and I was like, "Oh Jesus." Okay. All right. So you said the clock is ticking now, huh?
Well, a little bit. So a long time like ago, I was just like, if he sells his cards, that means he's like, I mean that at least for him, the market is peaked, I guess. And I mean, I guess people are gonna argue in the comments. No, it's not. The market for Pokemon is just gonna keep soaring. For Logan Paul, that's it. And honestly, like, he's kind of, for me, in my opinion, he's like, just for me, he's an indicator of like when me personally, like the hobby is like peaked. So it was funny because recently, I was buying like a bunch of weekly shonens. And I was talking about this like 3 years ago with another buddy of mine on his podcast, and we were looking at some of the sales from that time, and it was like interesting to look at. You know, we stopped doing it just because it wasn't really getting any like engagement, so we were like, all right, well, whatever. But now this is kind of the talk of the town, because there was one copy of a sketch by Akira Toriyama sold for like 50K or 40K or some crazy shit like that.
As it should, but
and then we had I guess the book Raw sell for like 30-40K graded. Now when I looked at the sales with a buddy of mine back in 2023, you could have got a raw copy of the first Dragon Ball for 2K for like 2,500, 3,000. Good luck ever getting it for that price ever again.
because he sold it for, was it 300K a pop?
I think he got 600K for both books.
600K for both numbers. So now 300K.
He gave 600K to he bought it off of somebody for 600K. Yu-Gi-Oh, the first appearance of Yu-Gi-Oh, I was looking at that, it was worth several $100s. Now it was worth about 1,500, 2,000. Even like the first Chainsaw Man was $60-$70. Now it's worth 300-400.
He did that shit at WrestleMania. I watched that with some friends the other day. That's crazy.
Yeah, so he's not holding on to these. He's obviously gonna
it's
sell these.
Floating money, yeah.
Yeah, he's just gonna sell these. He's gonna pump it as like the next big thing to invest in. He's gonna take it with him, show it off. He's gonna market it, and then he's just gonna sell it for like. And then he's gonna move on to the next thing, whatever else he deems is popular.
It's kind of doing like a Elon Musk Tesla stock thing, but with
collectibles.
Collectibles, yeah. Like letting it just keep going up, like riding these waves, letting it, and then selling high, buying low, selling high, buying low, or buying high to make it higher. Like,
but I will say this is a clean copy, because a lot of the ones that I seen like back then were like in pretty rough shape, and I just think nobody really kept those back then. It's not like American comics where niggas was like, oh, I'm gonna.
No, yeah, this was just a magazine, right?
Yeah. Like it's the size. It's kind of like a phone. Like it's the size, kind of like a phone book.
Yeah.
So, and then you got to think of like the space in Japan. Like a lot of people always got like small apartments and shit. So you buy a few of those and you running out of space. So people just threw them out, things like that. But it's really hard to like track a lot of those first appearances and early issues of stuff, unless it's like the first chapter. I've noticed a lot of this stuff is kind of hard to find, and I just hope people don't go into this thinking like
there's more gold out there.
well, there's a lot of gold out there. But the
I'm thinking
problem
that there's more gold.
the problem is like you gotta actually put in a lot of work to find out what you're buying, because I was trying to buy the first appearance of a certain character in a weekly shonen, and I looked through Google, and then I searched through AI, and then because I was really trying to figure out what it was, and then AI gave me this answer or whatever. But that was my first mistake trusting AI. Then I went on the fandom Wikipedia page looking for it, and then so then what ended up happening was that I saw the book, but I was just like, you know what, let me message the seller. So I had to use Google Translate Japanese, all this other shit. So that I messaged the guy and I was like, yo, does this book have the character that I'm looking for? And then he was like, oh, nah. And then I was telling him, I was like, well, Google said this. And then he was like, yeah, but what they're talking about, that's the first episode in an anime.
But they put the anime appearance on the comic book.
In the American Wikipedia.
Yeah.
And then it was telling me that was the weekly shonen it appeared in. And then he was like, nah, like this is that's the first appearance in the anime. You're looking for this specific chapter. And I was like, oh, okay. But then when I tried to look for where the chapter was in the weekly shonen, I couldn't find any information on it. So it's really difficult finding a lot of these, and a lot of the ones that I found, like, let's just say, like, I wanted to find another first appearance, right? So, since it's like a compilation book, it might have another another manga chapter in it that would make the price way high,
because it's a jumble. It's like like 10 different mangas
in one. Yeah. So
damn, you get like a first appearance of 2 specifically like important characters or something.
So yeah, I mean something like that.
Yeah.
So you might not you might not want to buy, you might not want to spend that price, and it might be because it's an anime you don't like or whatever. And then a lot of the shit, like for example, Berserk. I bought a few Berserks, like early issues of Berserk, which those are like really hard to find. And I spent like a you got to put Berserk Young Animal, because that was the
name of the
magazine it appeared in. So, and I paid almost nothing for them, which was crazy, because when I checked on eBay, the prices for it were stupid crazy. Like all of this shit is like super hard to find, super fucking hard to find.
Well, like, you think about it, it's like, bro, I remember I used to collect like Game Informers like ever, until I had so many crates that I was like, when I was moving, I said, you know what, this is just gonna stay behind. I don't care. And it's like, it was just a magazine. But then it's like, thinking about it, it's like, man, you probably had like the like, they were talking about a new game coming out that was like the best game ever, like the prequel to Skyrim or something. Was
Todd McFarlane did covers for a lot of those Game Informers. Todd McFarlane, Jim Lee.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine just having those, like, for whatever reason, like, if gaming gets to that level of like obscurity where it's like, damn, remember the Game Informer, the one that introduced us to Halo 3? Like, I had all of them because I had the subscription. But the same thing with a lot of these is like, these were like funny papers to people, or like you read it, and then until the volumes came out, you kind of just like, there was no point in collecting.
So a lot of these are. I got 2 of them for, let's just say, I'll tell you how much I got it for off air, but it was low. And a lot of these, the ones that I got, are in the hundreds. They're like in the hundreds. So
Yeah, what's it?
that was the one that I got.
This one?
Yeah.
$200.
And like they want like crazy prices for some of these.
Yeah.
So at least the ones from the 90s, which was the ones that I bought,
Yeah.
and they want
117, 207.
yeah, depending on the condition.
Yeah.
So like it's really hard to like get a gauge on like what you're looking for. And for these, like I had to do so much research, bro. Like I had to do like just to track down a specific character. I was like, fuck, dude, like
Well, so like what like I mean, obviously, you know, if Logan Paul creates a new bubble in this sort of like manga magazine,
I don't think
obscure manga anime thing, most people are probably just gonna wait until it's found and buy it overpriced anyway, right? For the most part, this is what I think most people are gonna. Nobody's an actual hunter in this stuff. But that's one thing I've noticed. One thing I've the last couple episodes when you told me about, like, obviously, like, we're both interested in a lot of this stuff, but you were like, yeah, I was interested for a long time and I found things even before I knew I was supposed to find it. I don't think most people even have that instinct. Like, I don't think they
Nah.
they're just willing to like to do it when it's
it just becomes a second nature of like you look at something and then you just go, oh, the art looks cool, and then you buy it, and then it becomes worth something. So people might just look at it and go, it's a book, and then just walk away. So like a lot of these things are just I don't think the average person is gonna want to put in the work to collect these things unless they're like mega fans. But I'm
just like mine. Bent the
I'm putting in the work
yeah.
to find a lot of these things. Like I want the rare obscure shit.
I remember these little Beckett magazines. I was seeing if those. I literally have an old. It's the one that this one's probably my favorite one because it basically gave you everything about Dragon Ball Z. It literally gave you like a history of all the characters.
There was trading cards back in 2002. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
I had the Yu Yu Hakusho. I had the Yu Yu Hakusho trading cards.
Oh nice. I forgot because a lot of them came out with like a thing. I found out there's a where I get my Shinchan cards. There's one like right over there. They're called Weasel or whatever. They're like a card company, but apparently they make like game and movie cards, and some are rare, but it depends on the show. It's like they're like wedged in between the Berserk joint.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the card company. It's like something with a Weiss or something.
Weiss.
Yeah.
I know those cards.
These guys.
Oh, these are One Piece.
Oh, those are One Piece. Never mind. Thought I had it over there. Oh, there's one wedged in there. I see it's like higher up.
You talking about?
Oh, yeah, that guy.
My big toe.
Oh yeah, you trying to learn about the joint? So like that company, these guys, we Shargish, they make like specific game cards for like shows, animes, whatever, and they make it for different shows. Like they have a Shin-Chan line, they have like 4 Shin-Chan lines. Some are rare, but then there's like movies and like Toho shit and like Godzilla cards that they made that are like going for money just because people care about this stuff. But no, this is the thing is this isn't worth anything, but I kept this since 2002. Like I have it on the right. Like it's just like because it was cool and I liked it. Like I wonder if they had like a Yu-Gi-Oh when they had a special promo card or all these other things that like I wouldn't even know it was floating around and existing until you like check eBay or somebody tells you something or you do a little digging and then next thing you know you're like, oh shit, I'm sitting on I'm sitting on a little bit of gold, like out of nowhere.
Yeah, dude. Like, and a lot of the like with those like weekly shonens, a lot of them. Like I remember there was one seller that had like the first appearance of Berserk, and he wanted like 3 grand or some shit. But then when I looked into it, it was like a reprint. So it was a reprint under a new
It was reprinted or what?
it was reprinted through another like publisher. Like it was like the prototype chapter of like what Berserk would become, but it was like a reprint. So that wasn't even the first. That was like the second. It was just a reprint. So I was like, why are you paying that much money for like a reprint? Like that don't make any sense to me. So and then I could see somebody buying it and not knowing it's like a reprint type shit.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I don't think anybody has the for this. I don't know. It's weird because a card gets popular because it's a card, right? Or whatever reason. But when it comes to like print and media like this, I feel like when you was at that signing and the one guy didn't, he either didn't know you had the original or like they knew you had the original, but all he could get was the
reprint.
The reprint, yeah. Or somebody said, "Why is yours yellow? And why is yours?" I was like, "Yo, why is yours yellow? And why is yours not?" Yeah. See, like I hold you. I don't even know really what this is. Like I know Berserk, obviously. I'm not familiar with Jets comics. I'm not familiar with like all the different publications. Obviously we all got given shonen. We understand like shonen Jump, and I know what like Kodansha is and a few of the others, but it is very interesting. Oh, Berserker. It is very interesting. Ooh, that's a big one. Yeah, like
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't pay
I don't know about
that much money. Like, I would just rather have like the first magazine that
Yeah.
it came out. Like, I would rather own if I'm gonna spend that, I'd rather own the first chapter, like ever.
Yeah, not just the volume, not just.
It makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
That makes no sense to me. But shout outs to Beckett for being the first to do it. You know,
Oh, with the magazines.
just the manga.
Oh yeah, the manga magazine. Yeah. It was Beckett and another one that I can't remember what it was, but
if you had told me that people would be grading weekly shonens 10 years ago, I'd be like, that's fucking stupid. Because I remember 10 years ago when people were grading video games, and I was like, that's stupid. Like, why would you grade the video game?
yeah, why wouldn't you just play it or like sell it because you have it?
Yeah.
Like, what is there to preserve? Which that is interesting because when you get into like certain cartridge type games or stuff that may degrade over time, it does kind of make sense. But even still, like, who places the value on that stuff? Like who? Like, I guess just the culture does.
I mean, the market.
I remember this shit.
But now, like they're just grading everything. So I'm gonna try and get the key books that I need to get before this whole shit probably pops off.
What? Give me your, because we don't want to spoil it to people. You don't want to get somebody else up on game. Give me your like your fourth and fifth highest that you think that should be see like the seize the opportunity.
Right now I feel like the first Steel Ball Run chapter, that one's pretty big. But Steel Ball Run Weekly Shonen. I think that one. Oh, you got put shonen at the end of it. Yeah, there you go. I think that one might be like a really like if you got the money to spend. There you go.
Mm.
If you got the money to spend on that, that's a cool one. But that one's kind of like in rough shape,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't really know if I don't know if I would spend that 380. But it's yeah. Listen,
But again, there's not that many, right? Or at least like where you need to go. Like I'm sure there's a grandpa in Japan who's got these
sealed away somewhere.
sealed, like just sitting. Like he was an editor and always got a copy, and it didn't even plan on preserving it. It just happened that way, and his grandkids are gonna find it on their trip back home to Osaka.
I would put Steel Ball Run on that.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if I would. I think if you got the 500-600 to pony up, I think that would be like a cool one to have.
About what about
Yeah, good luck with that.
oops.
There you go. 300.
300?
It's not bad.
It's not.
Oh, it's just a cover.
Oh, okay. Just the cover.
But that's like an iconic cover.
No, yeah. I mean, obviously, it's his like baby. It's his first like major success. So I'm wondering if there's
I think anything Dr. Slump is gonna cost. Like look at that fucked up copy, $80. Yeah, it's just anything Akira Toriyama from that time period, from when he was coming up, is gonna cost a lot of money. Even like go down. So something like, you want something similar? Oh, look at that one's
replica copy.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. I don't nobody want no replica copy.
This one. Oh, there you go, Shaman King. But
I never thought of to have what, Dr. Slump?
yeah. Well, I figured it's like, because you're like, we're talking Akira, obviously everybody likes Dragon Ball, but that's the thing, is like everyone's gonna immediately jump for the like Dragon Ball Z, Cell, whatever. But it's like, this was his baby, this was his first success, like major success, and it's like, it's gonna come around the pipeline that people should be like, yo, you should get into it. Especially because we're getting a new Super season. They're finally animating the Moral arc, which some people would consider like a return to a peak for the Dragon Ball franchise when it came out.
The peak was Cell games.
You right, but Boo Saga sort of sustained it for a second
Of course.
until it got, and that's why I have I always like the Boo Saga. Some people are like, oh, it was too long, it didn't have this going on with it. It was all over the place, but it's like, but nigga, he's always all over the place. and I always chop that up to the business people. Like I blame them, not the guy cooking. What about like Dragon Quest?
That was a manga?
There's an anime for it, so I think there might be a manga for it too. I know it's the game, but let's see this. Yeah, Adventures of Dai. That's the one. So that was obviously he worked on the games.
God damn, $100.
Yeah. But they did an anime for this in during COVID. It's really good. I actually do recommend it. But he had a storyline that was specific to this guy, Dai, and he becomes a Dragon Master. But he uses all the stuff from the games, and his team, did a lot of stuff to do whatever. But like stuff like this would be fun. Like, and now I'm looking at it more of like I just want to collect. collect.
Nah, yeah. Listen, there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing wrong with collecting the stuff. I mean, you know, I'm just
So Steel Ball Run,
a Steel Ball Run. I guess Doctor Slump would be one.
Dr. Slump.
Anything Doctor Slump.
Yeah.
I there's some specific ones for JoJo's that I want, but I don't want to put it out there.
Nah, don't listen. You keep the keys to
I'm probably gonna buy them this weekend. I think Chainsaw Man actually might be like might be something that because I was thinking of getting it when it was like $70-$80. But now it's like kind of out of my price range. So, and I got like other stuff to get, obviously, because there's stuff that I've been working on and I've been talking about on Instagram.
Yeah.
So, look, this shit like 500. Yeah, I remember when I went to Kinokuniya a while ago. I saw a table full of these.
Damn.
And I was like, what the fuck is like what? And then, you know, like look at how it's going crazy.
Yeah.
So there was a few. So those would be my two. It would probably be Steel Ball Run and Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man. Yeah.
Or even Jujutsu Kaisen if you could afford it.
I feel like that's high now, as is. Right?
Yeah, it's like it's. I feel like it's higher than Chainsaw Man. No, that's not it. That's just a random.
So random. Is that the first one?
No, that's not the first one. That's not it.
Let me type first. This one, right? Yeah. No, 2018. 2018. Version 136.
That can't be it. That's too cheap.
This was like a reprint or something. Do they even reprint? So, because jumps are like magazines, so
they do reprints. They do reprints depending on how big the magazine is.
Yeah.
Like the first
I got one graded. 210. OP.
No. I was looking at that one. That's talking about the new There you go. That's it right there.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't want the 600.
Somebody watched it today. Hunter x Hunter would go crazy. This one will be worth more because Hunter x Hunter's in it.
That's just
if it's in it. Because you know he did those like 40 chapters before he took another break. Actually he was doing on and off a bunch of chapters, but
the first Hunter x Hunter is crazy expensive.
I don't even want it. That would be something that would just be like nice to have. The
first Hunter x Hunter is crazy expensive. I saw the this was a while ago. The first Full Metal Alchemist. That's crazy expensive, but everybody just got the reprint.
So no one's got
no
from the source.
I remember finding it. I just don't remember what the
Beckett grades.
Oh yeah, that's the Beckett. But I don't remember what the price was. I just remember seeing the first Full Metal Alchemist and just going, God damn. Recently, I tried to look for the first Hellsing because I was like, oh, that would be cool to find. Yeah. I didn't find anything. Like there was nothing, zilch, nada. I did, however, find the first Trigun.
The second thought I thought after that was like maybe Trigun.
Yeah, that's 600-700, and there was only one listed, and the dude was from the United Kingdom.
Damn.
So that so that's the whole thing. about it. It's like a lot of the newer stuff. My Hero is probably gonna be quite expensive. The first chapter.
Yeah. Oh, it's not it. It's not it.
But you know, so a lot of the newer stuff is gonna be more easily accessible. But
Yeah.
Once
you
you-
just gotta sit on it, right?
yeah, once you start getting into Yu Yu Hakusho, once you start getting into like shit like that, shit from like the 80s and the 90s, that's when niggas is not even gonna. It's either gonna be really expensive if you got it.
This is currently the second highest graded copy of the Weekly Jump. First My Hero. What you selling it for?
No, there you go.
Oh, this guy.
First appearance of Hunter x Hunter.
Hunter x Hunter, 8.5.
First appearance of Demon Slayer.
So this guy just beat like he's just and it's
I
it
bought
seems manga specific.
I
This one?
bought no.
Oh,
Go down. I bought that.
nice.
I bought that for.
That's worth it.
I bought-
Because Sakamoto's gonna blow up.
I bought it for 100
Yeah.
because I was at work delivering mail and I was thinking about it and I'm like, damn, bro, like I gotta because if you follow me on Instagram, like I guess people know what I'm planning to do, and
Just because of your story, you be like, look what I'm on.
yeah. So I was like, damn, like I should probably get on Sakamoto days because for me, like that's the biggest one that like I feel in my opinion could blow up, even though I think it kind of got a little silly.
I think I personally think it's gonna last because of the aura that it has. Like
It's funny.
the vibe that people like it for, and it being sort of like I see a lot of people at these conventions and all these people who like actively read a lot of stuff down and on. They like it. It may not be there first, but it's always in their like top 3 or 4 easily. Like it's just because it's like I think it's gonna stay around for a long time. And I hopefully I don't think it's anywhere near done right now.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, but then it just kind of became repetitive to me.
Yeah.
So I was like, eh.
I'm big into the gun fu aspect of it, and that
This dude-
it is a
this
bunch of
dude
it is a
just
bunch
rich?
of adults.
Go down. He has the first ever weekly shonen magazine. Go down. And he has the first appearance of
This one?
Akira. No, you got keep going now.
Yeah.
Keep going now. That one is it right there. Go.
Right here.
Yeah.
Yo, he's probably from the source, bro. He's probably in Tokyo now. 2.0. Oh, you got it,
75
2.0.
weeks ago is crazy.
2.0. It doesn't even matter. It don't
Yeah, it
even
doesn't.
matter.
That's at least worth 5 bands right there.
That's crazy.
Yeah. First appearance of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
That's at least worth several bands. First Yu Yu Hakusho.
He got his shit in a 3.5.
I don't even know if it's his.
He might just
He might just
be- yeah. Info on fakes. No, I ain't trying to click your link, bro. I just want to see something.
But yeah, I definitely bought the Sakamoto days. For whatever the fucking reason they said it was gonna take a month to ship, and I'm like, all right, whatever. And then I had just bought one called because I was chatting it up with like an eBay seller, and I was using the Google Translate, and she was essentially telling me like what was like popular or like what people were looking forward to. And then she had said like, I'm gonna give you my personal information in the package, so that way if you need anything, I could get it for you. And then, you know, if more stuff you buy, like the better deal I'll give you, you could put in like a pre-order and I could go and I could pick it up for you and ship it out. And then I was like, this is perfect. But she was telling me about this thing called and I ended up buying it off the eBay store as well. It was called Under Doctor. I'm gonna read it.
Oh, it's the same guy.
Yes, of course it's the same guy. But I mean, I'm just looking for the actual magazine that it came in.
That's what I'm wondering, because it says volume 1.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that
what
shit.
did this come in? Like, what magazine did this?
I think it was a Kodansha magazine, or at least that's what it was reprinted.
Like, I know that it was like.
But
Kodansha's, that's that one magazine that
But that could just be the people who have the rights to it now to publish it. So it could have been published through.
Let's see. I feel like
Put magazine.
yeah, I feel like Initial D is definitely let me see. Weekly Young magazine.
Does it say that? What does it say that? Oh,
It says originally released in Weekly Young magazine.
I guess you could just copy paste.
Yeah,
Weekly Young magazine.
Because I feel like this has been creeping up with a lot of like people in Gen Z. I think because 90s is coming back. Like it's like everything's cyclical. So we got the bag. Everybody's doing the baggy. Everybody's doing whatever. This show is like peak. Like especially if you're looking from the eyes of like 90s Japanese people. Like this was the shit that they was on. Like the dress, them racing down the mountain. Like this is your uncle.
They be doing that shit in Queens Boulevard.
Yeah.
My dad had that car. That was a Gran Torino 86.
86,
Yeah, he had that car.
It was the everyman's drift car, and it was like, but it was the shit that DK used. Like he would win races in that.
I haven't spoke to my dad in a very, very long time. So my brother, I asked my brother to ask my dad like what kind of car he had, and he literally said it was that. And when I asked him why he bought that car, and he said that it was the cheapest one that he could find that looked kind of cool.
Yeah, and it was a sleeper. It was literally like they put too much in it, because that was Toyota being Toyota. They were just like.
And the only reason why I remember he had that car was because I locked his keys in the car, and then he had the hatch open, unlocked. So that, and then I remember going into the hatch to get the keys, and he was like, "You get the fucking keys." So that's the only reason why. But he had his in brown.
One of the less popular, because red and white are like red, white, and black. Well, black not even as much, but red and white were like the shit. But again, this was like I'm seeing a lot of people give this manga and this anime a little bit more look. And even watching the sequel anime, MF Ghost, and then we went to see the Under Ninja thing at Comic-Con.
Oh yeah.
In that magazine that they brought back, the sampler that I got somewhere around here, there was an issue 1 for the next sequel to that show, Subaru and Subaru, where you follow his father.
There is?
And a girl. Yeah.
That's the first appearance?
Well, I mean, it's the demo thing from.
Yeah, but that's a first appearance.
Technically, I guess it would be, yeah, but
I still have mine somewhere.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna just keep it.
Yeah, no, but in there is that next series, so I think, and then obviously that's gonna get an anime, and people are gonna get popular with that. So, like, finding stuff on Initial D would be fire, honestly.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot to. There's a lot to take in.
Yeah. Like, I get this right now.
I mean, the Initial D manga, before they reprinted it, that shit was a lot of money.
Yeah. It's still sick though. Just to have a wall, you know what I mean? Just to have a wall. Had that on the wall would be crazy.
On TikTok, the TikTok wall.
TikTok wall. Yeah, my TikTok wall go crazy. But no, this is niggas' whole aesthetic now. This is a lot of the like. This. I feel like this should be coming back soon.
I feel like people see me and think that too. Like, look at this guy.
Yeah, but you did it already.
Yeah, this is true.
Listen, somebody had to start it, and I'm not saying you were the only person to ever start it, but at least in this neck of the boroughs, I feel like you're living your authentic self, and that's a very important thing to do.
I'm a nerd invading the cool guy space. If anything,
Look at a signed omnibus with some signature on it. I don't know what the hell that is, but that's what we all did. I think that's why it feels weird. I think that really is why it feels weird now, because it's the cool kid invading the nerd space, and it's like, nigga, what's going on? It's already cool people here because they found a lane, and then it's like I don't know what the hell's happening anymore. Well, I got like muscle milk niggas,
yeah,
trying to like check me on my like $100 knowledge or something, or like my nigga, you don't know more about Skyrim than me. Like I don't know why this like this can't.
Did you play it on the N-Gage?
Did you play it on the N-Gage?
Yeah, right?
You played on the N-Gage? Nah. Was you there at midnight release and got the statue? No. Okay. Yeah. I didn't.
So what's the next topic?
So I got a bunch. Well, this was actually the Logan Paul thing was going to lead into. I don't care about wrestling that much, but I talk about it because I have a trend with my lady's cousins that like Sway, Sway. On accident, we made it a tradition that like every time, because he's a big wrestling fan. Every time he goes to like SummerSlam, and every time there's SummerSlam or WrestleMania or all the big wrestling events, he goes to a bar somewhere. And like he'll like literally rent out a table at a spot. So I went one summer in like 2022, like almost 4 years ago, and I went in the city, and when I tell you it was like this, I didn't know wrestling fans got down like this. Like it was crazy, mad packed, guys, girls, everybody was there, all wearing their favorite wrestling gear. At some point, niggas was in the back doing the chop challenge to each other. Like they were doing like cross chops in the back. The bar was okay with it. I was like, I don't know what this is. So every year I'll go to these the WrestleMania events with him and just hang out. And then like people show up, like his cousins and all these other people show up, and it's a vibe. And I just watch people go crazy over like wrestlers I don't know. But I Show Speed apparently was planning to do a WrestleMania event, and he was training for it, and people were basically assuming he was gonna flop and do nothing, but apparently he did a crazy like slam on a table to Logan Paul, and that shit was like I wanted to comment on it because it was actually like watching it, I was like, holy shit, this is like not this is actually kind of tough. Like it's like what he did. He took a picture of that cover at this joint, apparently. But anyway, so they set him up, right, and then he turns on him, and like I don't care if you're a streamer, how he has time to do this, and that was what I was gonna lead into. Was how he has time to buy all that shit and also get body slammed through a table in one weekend. It's kind of crazy.
I think I Show Speed is like. He's cool, man. I know, like,
I gave him a lot of shit.
I always liked him.
I gave him a lot of shit.
I always liked him.
I thought this nigga was like on a weird side of the spectrum that I couldn't quantify.
I mean, you gotta be if you're a streamer.
Yeah.
You gotta at least act like that. Like
he's just
Kai Cenat was big.
Yeah, he was big.
And then Kai stepped down to do fashion.
We'll see how that. It sounded like he was probably burnt out because you've been in front of a camera since you were 16, and I get that. So it's like maybe take a break, but no, I kind of what got me into I Show Speed was more. I'm seeing his athleticism, and I kind of appreciate it. Like, he can actually do sprints, and he jumps, and he can, go toe to toe with like actual like athletes and shit on just on a random stream. He'll just like race a NFL star for whatever reason, and for some reason I kind of respected that. I was just like, oh, that's cool. Like, that's actually, I don't like when he's screaming all the damn time, but I was like, this is cool. I actually did like one specific set of streams he did was when he did Red Dead 2. There was like a trend where like kids were finding out about Red Dead 2 again. And so everybody did a stream of it so they could do the, oh, we're gonna cry when, spoiler, Arthur Morgan dies. Spoiler, big spoiler. Everybody dies in that damn game. But he actually did a pretty good job streaming that. So I don't know. Props to him, I guess. I don't know. He just body slammed somebody.
Yeah, there's like a few wrestlers that did really good. Well, wrestlers, celebrity wrestlers. Bad Bunny was like Lawrence Taylor.
Bad Bunny actually was good. Yeah.
Lawrence Taylor, I think he played for the Bills or something like that when he went up against Bam Bam Bigelow in one of the shittiest WrestleManias ever. And I think I hear this one was pretty bad. At least the Saturday, a lot of people didn't like. I mean, I didn't watch it. No, actually, so I was asking around the bar because I don't know anything, and it's like, some people were like, I'm surprised at how bad this was. Apparently it was just like, people were complaining way too many ads. Way too many like ads. They were promoting this Hulk Hogan documentary that's coming out on Netflix. And niggas was not here for it. They like literally every commercial break, they would show like a 5-minute chunk. Then they have another ad for something. They were just like, we don't want this. I don't know too much about. I mean, I like AEW a little bit more. I just find AEW more interesting.
They have and like I said, I'm learning from my friends who do this too. I was watching an event with them, and I was like, this has a lot of groups in it. Because I remember in the 90s and 2000s, it was like there was always a group. There was 2 or 3 groups going against each other. AEW has a lot of just groups, like straight groups, and I'm just like, I don't know, it's kind of cool. Just like
I just think that I don't know. I feel like AEW from like a wrestling perspective, like it's more entertaining. This is kind of more cinematic and not in a good way. They're always trying to tell some like grand story, and there's always like a lot of talking. And I guess that like if that's what you're into, I think the owners TKO, they're kind of doing they're doing this similar thing with the UFC, and I guess like they're just trying to get their return on their investment.
Yeah, because I know didn't UFC in WWE merge or something?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
they did.
Lil Yachty was at WrestleMania. He got slammed into a wall. That was funny. Yeah, no, I think wrestling is a entire like entity that I'm not really quite ready. Like, I was a fan of wrestling as a kid because why wouldn't you be? Like, I feel like at some point in time you would turn on the TV and like TBS was on or TNT or whatever, and you would see wrestling. You'd be like, this is kind of fucking cool. The Rock is here. I saw him in that Scorpion King movie. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Everybody knows fucking Stone Cold because he would. I saw my first middle finger on live television because
you saw the NWO.
The NWO, and it was Hulk turns heel, and it's like it was a part of culture. I kind of just grew up and grew out of it and started going into other things. I didn't know that there were people who just stayed in it. Like and I mean, like, they are home in this space.
There's this one guy that I know who like he loves wrestling so much that he refers to himself in third person, and like he always cuts a promo for like every time he's talking. And
Coming
like,
for you, nigga.
Yeah, like And then I remember the only time I ever saw him like act normal was when we went out for dinner, and then I guess we invited him because he was like sad about something, and then there was like a bunch of girls there, and then I was like hyping him up because I was like, oh yeah, this is the guy, because I was telling them about like, yo, he's like a wrestling character, and then he just didn't do anything of what I said that he was gonna do. And I was like, and then they're like, yeah, he's really like fine. Like, I don't, and I'm like, but he's not. But he's not. And then he'll just
Turn on him.
yeah, and then he'll just like like everything was in character. Then he'll it's just
Like, let me
crazy.
tell you something, brother.
Yeah. And then he would he worked at GameStop, so he would have like a beat pill, and then he would put the wrestling music on,
It cut an intro.
and then he would do the intro, and he would walk into the GameStop with the music playing, like it was his entrance. And then somebody told me, one of the girls that used to work there, she told me that one day he was trying to do the intro, but he like tried to open up the door, but the wrong door was locked. So he had to like stop the beat pill, restart the song, and then come in through the other door.
The other interest.
Yeah, so I was just like, God damn, bro.
It's a crazy, you know, it's a crazy, it's a nerd space. It's an athletic nerd space. It's, you know, you can call, like, I acknowledge the athleticism it takes to be a professional wrestler. Like, just watching it and being like, yeah, these niggas is throwing themselves off everything, and yes, they know how to fall properly, and yes, the mats make noise and all this other shit, but it's like, my nigga, I could do that once and be done for the week, and they do it 10 times in one match. So like, I can't sit here and say that they don't know what they're doing. Like, they're doing something. It's just the energy and the lore around it, bro. I'm so checked out. I'm like, it hit me that somebody was like, yo, yeah, Roman Reigns been wrestling for like 10 years, and I was like, get the fuck out of here. I thought this thing, I was like, it's been that long. Like, I thought this nigga was new, and I'm like, it's really, it really is.
They tried to push Roman for a very, very long time, and like people weren't having it. And it wasn't until they turned them heel where people like really got behind them and really fuck with them.
Everybody likes a heel. Apparently, that's the thing. And like, he's back
I
now
just think
because he had the leukemia or whatever.
It just suited him. I think the heel thing just suited him a little bit more.
It works, yeah. But yeah, so I did see.
Did I ever tell you about how CM Punk got someone fired from? I'm not even gonna tell that story.
No, you did though. You did. I
don't know if I can say that
because the nigga
story.
couldn't keep his cool. I know exactly what. Yeah, no. You did tell me. That wasn't the same guy, right?
Yeah, it was CM Punk got.
No. That wasn't the same guy. Like the intro guy.
No.
Yeah. Nah, but you did tell me. You did tell me about this. Yeah. They did a match as well. My lady was at the bar. She was booing that CM Punk because he had a Puerto Rico. He was wearing a jacket before he came in. And he had a little Puerto Rico patch. And she's like, what the fuck is this dude going with Puerto Rico? And then Sway was like, his wife's Puerto Rican. It's like, what the fuck does that mean? You take that shit off, bro.
Do they have kids?
I don't know. But he was just like, she was just like, I'm tired of this white man like doing extra shit for Puerto Rico. But,
it's a lot of WWE and like there's a lot of white dudes repping Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of. I mean, Puerto Rico deserves a lot of support. I want to do I'm trying to put together a video at some point talking about specifically, because like, as a black person living in America, I understand our like influence on the world and like really what we've done since the inception of this country. Puerto Rico has got like so much like accolades. Like, just specifically one small island has a extremely exponential amount of accolades across culture. Like, I'm talking like easy ones, obviously salsa and, you know, and hip hop,
Baseball,
break dancing, freestyle music, baseball. Like, I'm talking things that are like so integral in American culture and like world culture came from like this little spot. I want to talk about it more, but it has been getting a lot more recognition, obviously, with like Bad Bunny and all this other stuff. Even the bullshit that Trump does, like there's people are talking about Puerto Rico more. But I just thought that was funny. He just comes out with a white jacket. He's got like some other stuff on it, but then he's got like a Puerto Rico patch. My lady was just like, "What's this white?" Talking about Puerto Rico. But I don't know. So yeah, I was talking about Logan Paul in WrestleMania, and then I was actually gonna lead into that too. I had all this stuff queued up, and we just got talking, but which is good. I like when shit actually goes in a direction. Top selling manga of all time. I was thinking we could run over that real quick just to see.
Captain Tsubasa. That makes sense.
That makes sense. I actually would like if I could get some of the games of this.
Why is he missing an eye?
Why are they missing out? Oh, do they do what that Haikyuu anime does? So anytime there's like something over the eyes, they just erase it altogether.
That might be like an artistic kind of thing.
Yeah, Haikyuu would do that a lot. The volleyball anime. Like the moment there was like anything over the eyes, they just disappear. Like what the fuck are y'all saving? In Baki the Grappler.
That's kind of surprising.
That is 100 million copies sold. That would be something interesting to have. I'm not a big Baki fan, but be something.
It's not surprising.
Juju. Astro Boy would be crazy to get.
I'm surprised it's not higher. Fuck out of here. That shit costs so much money.
Yeah.
That's like trying to get the fucking Amazing Fantasy 15 like manga. Like that's just like
nobody's got this. It's somewhere in a dungeon somewhere. Yeah, nobody's got this stuff. I'm not familiar with this, but he looks like a guy from Golden Boy.
Yeah,
looks like my guy, my hero. So it's gonna be a lot of newer ones, obviously, because time and inflation.
Kingdom makes sense.
Kingdom. I started watching that, but I want to read it. It seems like a really cool slow burn. Ippo would be really cool to have, just to have.
Face of the North Star.
Impossible. Maybe I can get like a DVD graded.
I remember seeing that,
like a VHS,
and it not being that much or not as expensive as I thought it was gonna be.
I don't know. I feel like it's because it is.
It's not that popular.
It's because it's such an old head. Like I didn't even grow up to watch Fist of the North Star. Like I understand its influence, and I did watch it. Like I at least I watched one of the movies that they did. I understand obviously its influence in things like JoJo and Dragon Ball, but like watching it, I was like, I'm cool. Like I'm cool on it. So imagine trying to tell a 16-year-old to get interested.
JoJo's cool.
JoJo, not a fan, but I understand. Game recognized game. A lot of fashionistas. Bleach makes sense. It's in the big three.
Was
till they wanted to put it out for no reason. Not sure, but what is this popular manga written by? 1983.
Is that like a shoujo?
Yeah, I was trying to see what it was about. Yeah. Experience. Oh, okay, yeah. Offers culinary. So like a food and fine dining anime. That's cool. I like that. Attack on Titan. That would be something crazy to have.
When I saw the first Attack on Titan, it was in like a Kodansha like weekly magazine or some shit. There was one listing for it, and it was like $2,000 asking. So I could only imagine that.
Yeah.
And it's like really hard to find.
Yeah. It'd be crazy. My boy, he's in the top 10. Crayon Shin-chan.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, well, it's been around since
The 80s, right?
the 80s, yeah. Late 90s, 1990. It is Japanese Simpsons. It's the easiest description I can tell anybody. You notice I'm covered in Shin-chan merchandise. I grew up watching the Funimation dub on Adult Swim, and I just fell in love with it because I would be up late at night, supposed to be in bed, watching Adult Swim, watching shit I'm not supposed to watch, and then once like all the main programming would end, between like 1 and 5 in the morning, they would just throw Shin-chan on. I'm talking, they would just be like 10 episodes every single time, and loved it. It was vulgar. Met a friend when I got up here doing stand up. Met a friend who was also doing stand up. Her father is apparently like some famous TV guy in Japan or some shit, but she's doing music or whatever now. She's not really doing much comedy. She was like, "Oh, it's 10 times vulgar in Japanese." She's like, "Here's a couple links." Tried to watch it on the thing, but I hate sites, to be honest with you. Like, I hate clicking through ads and all that shit. So, but I'm a huge fan, and it's still going. It's on episode like 2000 right now. I don't know if the manga is still going, but yeah, that makes sense. Demon Slayer makes perfect sense. Yeah. It blows the budget every time just to make it back. This story is so boring though. It's so simple. It's like the simplest story I've been reading for the last, or watching for the last, 6 years or whatever, 5, 10 years. It's just a simple vampire love story, but I think I remember his. I think I remember seeing something like
he was in the Jumpstart games.
Yeah.
But I think he's like an assist character.
Considering the number of volumes. Okay. Take a little like Beat Cops. Slam Dunk also makes sense. It's very, very popular sports anime. One of the like Rushmore of sports animes. Or manga, obviously manga. Not anime, but it translates into popularity. Naruto, I thought it was gonna be top 5, but stuff has happened. Doraemon, this is another one that is gone on forever, and it's like very old, but also it keeps reinventing itself. A lot of like what's that one anime that always likes to break the fourth wall all the time? Gintama.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Gintama is like it's also very like Family Guy-esque, where it really does like fuck with its own like fan base. Like it'll make references to other animes in third person, and remember the girl that got turned into a dog in Full Metal Alchemist? Apparently, canonically, he undid it in an episode of the show. He like sprayed some magical dust and like got them untied. Dragon Ball easy. Makes perfect sense. I thought it might have been top 3, but what do I know?
Detective Conan, case closed.
Absolutely makes sense. I thought that was gonna be number 2. I thought it was gonna be Detective. I thought it was gonna be Dragon Ball, Detective, and or maybe even Doraemon before Detective, but Detective and then One Piece obviously has to be number 1, but Detective Conan still going.
Go 13. I didn't expect that.
I didn't either. I've watched some of that, but not really any of it. But I know it's a joint. It's like an old school joint. And then One Piece, of course. One Piece, easy money. Everybody knows, everybody talks on One Piece. Still going. But yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, it all makes sense. Let's see what we got.
I want the Child's Play. I want to get the Tiffany NECA. Well, not the Tiffany.
We got Toy Arc. You know what I'm saying? We missed Toy Arc last session.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
I'm not really interested in any of the Chucky shit, to be honest. I collected Tiffany stuff.
The Tiffany? Yeah. It's funny that Child's Play in Chucky has stayed around as long as it has. It is iconic, but for do you realize how kind of poor quality the movies are? Like how just like over the fact of being
the first
scary.
2 were really good.
No, they are. It was such a decline. Like I feel, but it kept going and it kept kind of making a name for itself for making fun of itself.
The first 2 were good. The third one was whack.
First one legitimately scared me. I still think about that one a lot. That's the boot camp one, right? The third one where he's he's in fucking boot camp.
I was like, whatever.
Yeah, I don't care.
The Bride of Chucky was good, and then
Bride of Chucky was and that one was one of the ones that I liked because it was like I said, that this franchise was very meta. It kind of made me feel very like Wes Craven with Scream, where they just make fun of the tropes, and then obviously they did like a Bride of Frankenstein with Tilly and all this stuff. So I do appreciate that one, but then it got crazy.
Chucky?
That's a Common Rider?
Yeah, because they in the the Tamashi store, they got the Common Rider SH figure art.
Really?
And then it come with and then you can buy the bike separately.
Damn. That might have to be something. Obviously -1 coming out.
Super 7, that's cool.
Yeah, Super 7. This was the Island, little Goji.
That's kind of
this little tiny guy who's a little T-Rex. I remember people in the theater being like shocked a little bit, being like, wait, why is he so small? Why is it? It's like, you don't get it. We gonna get there. We gonna get there. I promise you, we gonna get there. And then the new one, the new -0 coming out. It's about to be stupid. He's gonna be in New York doing his shit. They're gonna make up for the Broderick one, even though I like that one. Final War Ghidorah. Is that a statue though?
That's Higher Toys.
Higher Toys.
That means it won't be like fucking $1 gajillion.
I would get this just to get it.
Nah, cause I saw that cause SH Monster Arts did one.
129?
Yeah, SH wanted 300 for the regular one.
Oof.
And I was like, yo, y'all niggas is bugging the fuck out.
Yeah, he's the Centaur mode. Fuck yeah, dude, I kind of want that. How large is this figure? Do I even have space for this?
9 inches, that's cool.
That's not bad. It's like a 9x9 situation.
Keep going down,
Yeah,
honestly.
I know what that is.
Whatever. Oh, the Figma.
Ooh.
Watch that be 130.
111, 99, 112. You know your shit, bro.
Okay, I could just tell by looking at it, bro. Like Figma's mad expensive too.
Yeah.
Say with the tax, that's like 120.
I should have gotten more into the Doom games than I did, but I do respect them a lot. I played the first one, haven't played anyone past that, but I know they're good. It's one of those things where it's like I know they're good. Like I can feel it.
That might actually be worth the. Looks like a pretty good figure.
I like it. It's clean. Come with the shotgun. Yo, wait.
No, with
Pee Wee Herman? Wait, that's
I'm
crazy.
Go with that.
Let's see, what's this? These are just like regular.
The Mega Man looks cool.
Oh yeah, little Mega Man. Oh, that's on another site. I don't know what that is.
Oh, that Mexico Red Sun looks fire. That looks cool.
And this is the Superman that lands in Russia, not America. That is such an interesting concept. Like that I know Superman and they've tackled it several times, but it still is interesting. Like we always know Superman is this guy because he landed in middle of nowhere.
That coming out? I might get that.
What if he like landed wherever? And then Absolute is he lived on Krypton, right? Before he got here.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's just he don't really quite fuck with us like that, which is that's really cool too. He's more like Supergirl.
That's gonna be 140.
You almost had it. 112. 112. You almost had it.
Because usually these cost a little more than they should. So with a 1/6 scale.
4?
What is this? Bruh.
Got a Rocky 4?
That's gonna be 250, 300 easy.
Where's my what the hell? Where's my oh that's way over here.
The deluxe edition comes with the ring and the robe.
I want Apollo Creed one though. To be 100%.
If this sells well, I don't see why they wouldn't do one.
The Apollo would go crazy.
Because you see the way they got the ring shape.
Oh yeah, so they can give you can get Drago. Then they give you what else would they give you?
Oh, they got the interchangeable faces.
Yeah.
How much is it? 350. It's gotta be.
I don't see a price on that shit.
People know.
Damn. It's so expensive they don't even want to drop it. Wait. Standard edition.
Go to Big Bad Toy Store.
What is it? Oh, Big Bad. Yeah. Shit.
350. Oh no, that's not even that. Yeah,
That's a statue. Damn, 400. 400. 404.
Yeah, nah, I could keep that.
That's kind of crazy.
I would imagine Stallone's likeness is pretty expensive.
Costing money, yeah.
That's fire. That right there.
Ooh. Let me just go ahead and. Yo. That's crazy, Reeves. That's slick. Yeah, that is slick.
Yeah, that's the best 1/6 scale figure I think I've seen. Like it's pretty up there. Like I've seen a lot of good ones, but they got the regular suit that you could put over him.
Mm-hmm.
They got the glasses, everything. Like this might be the best, and it comes with the kryptonite.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, this is sick.
Yeah, it was really good.
The skin like texture. It's crazy.
Look, they had to listen. They knew they had to get it right in one shot.
That's his hand for real. That's
They
crazy.
had to. They knew they had to figure this shit out. And then they got the different hair pieces. If you go back, no, go back.
Oh, yeah.
They got the Superman hair piece.
Yeah.
And the Clark Kent.
Clark, and then like a chill out.
See, like 500 for this.
With a bullet stuff. That's crazy. Fuck out of here. There ain't no $70.
No, that's for the deposit.
Oh, for a deposit.
Oh, it's 400.
It's 400? Okay.
Go down. It's 400. So that's not that bad. I do think like this is like honestly one of the best Superman 1/6 scale figures that I've seen. And it's Christopher Reeves, so it gotta be.
Yeah, it has to be good. Like you can't just mess that up. Yeah, man, though. Have you seen any what's another Badlands?
Have I seen anyone? I'm not interested in that one.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Have you seen any other have you seen any uptick in sales or people going any crazy for this Avengers announcement? some of the stuff. I guess they did a trailer at a recent Comic-Con.
Oh, that they got to that they gonna re-release Infinity War.
Yeah, they're gonna re-release Infinity War, and then they dropped a trailer exclusively for some people at this convention.
And what they said.
Well, they described it. It was let me see. It was. So what they showed was Doom stopping Thor full power, lightning attack one hand, Mjolnir returning to Steve Rogers. Apparently it's supposed to pick up like immediately after Endgame ends. So I guess some people are speculating like the kid that they have in the end of Endgame is like important or could possibly be Doom or something crazy. X Mansion was being shown destroyed. First full assembly of the Avengers, Fantastic Four, Wakanda, all in one conflict. Some people said that this was a great fight scene. Shang-Chi and Gambit. And then they say that Robert Downey Jr. is using an accent. So I don't.
So essentially, is Doctor Doom pulling up from an alternate universe? Like, is he pulling up to their timeline? Is he from like a different timeline?
I think that's what they're hinting at. Like he's just like a different guy altogether.
He's just like hopping timelines.
Yeah,
because he went into the Fantastic Four timeline to take the kid, and then now he's going to the regular ours, the MCU timeline. But then he also goes to see the X-Men timeline, and I think they're just gonna take whoever they take. Apparently, they're saying like he's this movie. They were saying like in the first. So we were speculating. There are people who like know in the industry. They're saying like the first 7 minutes is supposed to be like extremely devastating. Like it's like they're gonna make you hate Doctor Doom. Like he's gonna be the greatest villain ever. So I think they're gonna like show them like killing off a bunch of branch timelines and like murdering a bunch of favorite characters and. Well, the Fox universe is this is the last time you're gonna see him.
Yeah.
So I mean, makes sense. I was seeing people sharing this one thing about the new X-Men movie and about how like people were upset that Wolverine wasn't gonna be in the new X-Men movie. And then I was like, why would he? Like he's not an OG member of the X-Men. So like I don't know, it's just weird, like people complaining about stuff. It was just weird because if they do a new X-Men movie, why would Wolverine be in it? Because his people already died, so this is not even an X-Men from his timeline. So why would he even? First of all, why would he even join?
Why would he care? Why would he want to do that to himself? Join another set of.
And then on top of that, Wolverine is not like an OG member.
Yeah, he shows up late.
He was a character in the Hulk. Like so,
yeah.
like what? Like he didn't join the X-Men till later. It was
Yeah, like don't they like find him or some shit? Basically,
yeah,
like for the plot.
Yeah, it was the original team was Jean Grey, Cyclops, Angel, Beast, and Iceman. So like whatever. I mean, people just get they get upset over like. I mean, it would be cool to throw him in there, but I'm not gonna get mad that he's not there because it makes sense not to have him there, and it would make sense to have him there. But if you just want to focus on the X-Men, I mean, honestly, they could recast him altogether. Like I don't know. Like
that's what people are alluding to. It's like, dude, you gotta at some point. It is weird in this like comic book movie mythos atmosphere. It's like there are certain characters that everyone's like, he has to be the one, and I'm like, does he though? Like, does he? Like, you really don't think no one else has the chops to do something? Like, it's happened before. Like, they've recasted Spider-Man. We've liked them. They, you know what I mean? But they've recasted Superman. We've liked most of them. So it's like
They've recasted Spider-Man 3
Batman
times. They recasted that nigga like 10 times.
10 times, and we like over half of
What
them.
is it? Michael Keaton, Kilmer, Clooney, Bale. Then they had
this guy Pattinson,
Affleck,
and
then Pattinson.
That's 6 plus the video game versions that people like.
Kevin Conroy.
And did Kevin Conroy also do animated?
I think he did most of the. I think he's been the voice of Batman for a very long time.
Okay, yeah.
So
I mean, that's 7 Batmans like that people recognize and love, and people love most of. I think Clooney is the only one that gets like flack.
yeah, and people, a lot of people, he still has his own little fan base.
Yeah, because people's like, he says he's a great Wayne, and you know, I haven't seen the movies in a while, but I'm sure
I kind of like Val Kilmer as
Wayne.
He was my favorite Wayne.
Yeah, I don't even know who my favorite Wayne is, to be honest. I can't give it to Pattinson, even though I like his movie, but it's just he's not there yet. Like the energy he gives was definitely like I'm heartbroken type situation. Like true Wayne just acting like all nonchalant and everything's cool, everything's chill. It's might be a tie between Keaton and Bale.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people say like don't like Bale's Wayne, but I was like, I think you just don't like Nolan's version of Wayne. And I get that.
I don't like Nolan's version of Batman in general.
I know a lot of people, and I know people who.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
I was never.
I think the overgrounding and the realism hurt the Batman, but it really made Wayne feel like Wayne to me. Like, because I can see where the money's going. Wayne is always like, I'm a mysterious man. I have the money and I have the thing. With Bale's version and Christopher Nolan's version, like, oh, I can see how this nigga's moving money around. Like, I get it. I understand this tech, bro. Like,
He definitely had the best. He had top 2 best Jokers.
Yeah.
Whether you want to say that Nicholson had the best Silver Age Joker, and then if you want to say what's this dude Heath Ledger had the best modern Joker, I think both of those are. I mean, you could count Joaquin Phoenix, but I don't. That's not like that's not the real Joker to me.
That was a I like that movie, but that movie was not it was not like a superhero world based movie. It was like a rewrite of a previous movie. Mm-hmm. Was it The Comedian? Mm-hmm. The shit that this guy was in.
Who? Robert Downey.
Robert
Robert De Niro.
Yeah. It's very much like that, and like mixed with like Taxi Driver and some other shit. So like it was a cool homage, but I did like the movie, but it was also like this feels too real, like sad real. Like this don't have no time.
I wish they actually
this thing is insane.
I wish they actually casted Joaquin Phoenix for like a real Joker role where he could just come back and do his thing, because he did really great. He was really
his
great.
laugh was good. He had a really good Joker laugh.
Yeah, he was really good. I just think that it should have just been one movie.
And that's it.
Yeah, and then they should have did Mr. Freeze, and then they should have just did,
But that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the return of the supernatural, the crazy, like showing off why Batman is Batman. Like he can stand up to a rogues gallery of like mutants and shit. And still,
we'll get that with James Gunn.
We need it, man. Because what the Bat Family movie, right? We're doing like that. He's supposed to be doing that Bat.
He's supposed to be doing like the Grant Morrison Batman type shit.
I need the Blob, and another Blob, but
Damian Wayne is supposed to be introduced right out the gate.
But let's see. We can see if there's any more comic book news. Dork is coming back.
Is it getting like a reprint? It's the Image Comics. Planning to rush the first issue back to print in order to keep up with demand. It was pretty good. It was getting a lot of hate for a while, because of the prices were going all crazy and stuff like that. Funny story about this, a long time ago, the writer slash artist Brett Bean pulled up to my job and was like, "Hey, I spoke to so and so. He said it was okay if I leave these like these previews of my comic that's coming out." And he had signed them and did a little sketch on all of them. And he was like, "Yeah, it's free for the staff. If you guys could take some and you could give it out to people." And nobody thought anything of it. And then because he was doing New York City Comic Con, and then a few years later, man, a year later, it's like huge. So you never know who's gonna pop in, Midtown Comics. So I'm like, damn, like I gotta pay attention to these previews.
You're like, some of y'all might be onto something.
But people were really upset because they couldn't get a copy, and then the copies were going for like $100-$200 when they first came out. Before it even came out, the pre-orders, people were just already like selling them on the secondary market. It was like a low print book. It wasn't, it was a low print book. And a lot of people were upset because they couldn't get a copy. And I feel like a lot of people, I feel like that hate like spread it into the story. But I think like a lot of people, and I think this is with anything, like they can't separate the hype from the actual presentation of like what it is. And I thought it was like a really cool fantasy book. I thought it was a really cool fantasy book with a lot of humor and creativity. And it was cool, man. Like
You got me a copy. I have it over there. Yeah.
I got you a copy?
Yeah.
That's crazy. But it was great. The art is fantastic. That's the go up. I'm pretty sure that's the go down. Left. The white one. I'm pretty sure that's the artist. He did the Invincible covers. He did like a lot of art for Invincible. I'm almost sure that's him who did that. There you go.
Yeah, cover.
I think that's the Invincible, one of the Invincible artists that did that.
Invincible. That's going crazy. By the way, the show at least. I don't know if you read much past whatever. But I really am enjoying the show. I think the animation, like I think
I've been hearing a lot of people upset because the animation doesn't look crazy, but
I think see, that is where I differ. I think when it comes to American animation, we like everything always kind of like falls to the wayside because manga takes so much time to draw out action sequence, like especially shonen specifically. People love the acrobatics of a shonen anime. I'm really personally impressed with how much they're following through on like certain shots and battle sequences. Like, to me, it looks a lot better. Maybe I'm not watching everything American animation has to offer, but I'm like, this is good. This is.
Yeah, I don't really know what. I just think people complain about some of the most ridiculous shit. Because they were saying that like the budget for the show is so high and the animation is not that good, and I'm like, yeah, but there's marketing that they're doing like globally, like they're marketing it like heavy to the point where it's like crazy. Then they got like all these celebrity voice actors they got to pay who are also marketing the show. So I get why it's expensive, but at the same time, like it's stylized.
Seth Rogen's in the fucking show. You think he's gonna do this shit for pennies? Like,
yeah. You think
Seth Rogen's like a third billing casting person in
they got Walter Dean. What is his name? Walter Dean. Who's the Walking Dead guy?
Oh yeah, the Yin something. Yeah,
they got him.
Yeah.
They got they got the Asian guy from The Walking Dead.
And then they got I almost called him Jonah James. Damn, what's my guy?
Jonah Hill?
No.
I was about to say.
No, like the guy Spider-Man.
Oh, J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons, yeah. J.K. Simmons is Omni-Man.
I thought it was Walter Dean Morgan.
Wait, isn't that? Let me see. Unless I've been. Yeah, J.K. Simmons. Yeah, J.K. Simmons is Omni-Man.
Why the fuck did I think it was I thought it was what's his face? The nigga from The Walking Dead.
No, he's Invincible.
No, the
other Walking Dead.
Negan.
Negan from Walking Dead. Yeah, okay, yeah. He looks like him though. He do look like him. That would have been crazy if they had 2 Walking Dead people though. But nah, this guy, he's like this is a Academy Award winning guy. You think he's gonna do it for cheap?
Nah, he's not.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I thought it was the Walking Dead guy for like the whole time. Negan.
Oh yeah. What does he do? What else? I mean, obviously he was in Supernatural and a bunch of other shit.
He was in The Watchmen.
The Watchmen, yeah.
He was Thomas Wayne in Batman v Superman.
He was the comedian. The clown? The comedian.
He was the comedian.
Comedian, yes, it was, yeah. Comedian, yeah. Like Seth Rogen, this fucking thing. Not, bro. I was thoroughly impressed with the last couple episodes I saw. Fight sequence wise, like the story is what it is. Like I feel like Invincible is just continually getting his ass beat, and I think the Invincible obviously is the fact that he just doesn't die when he should be dying. Like this nigga's always on the verge of dying. He gets his ass beat every time. But I don't know. I like this group of characters that came together for this like recent sequence of events. Like we had like Battle Beast, then we had Alan Alien, then we had this like space racer guy who really felt like he was out of like an old comic. I don't know if let's see. Space racer. This nigga. I was like, this guy doesn't even feel like he feels like he's a Green Lantern villain or something, but he's just there and he has a gun that can just shoot a hole through anything. He's got the galactic pistol, and that's why he can help them defeat the Viltrumites. He just has a gun randomly. In this universe, there's a gun that can just shoot through anything. Like it literally shoots like quantum black hole energy, and they fear him for it. And it's like, I don't know, it just felt like such a ragtag.
It reminds me of like the 70s like sci-fi strange weird science
Flash Gordon shit.
Yeah, like the early EC weird science books. Like if you like go up and you type in weird science.
Weird science. Movie?
Comic.
Comic. Ah, yeah, like Tales from Beyond type.
Yeah, like weird.
Damn. $186.
Yeah, a lot of those books are hard to find. They don't even print them anymore.
Damn, $200. It's crazy. Yeah. No, that's where this guy feels like he's from. Yeah.
Nah, that's exactly what they were trying to do.
And like when you told me Battle Beast had a comic, and like, did you say Alan the Alien has a comic too?
Nah.
No, okay.
No, just Battle Beast.
I was like, dude, if there's a Space Racer comic, I kind of want to read, just because he's such an interesting character to live with, like essentially this version of Super Saiyans, aliens, Galactic Federation, and all this other weird shit. But no, right now they're doing this like ragtag sort of Avengers-y thing. But you know, it's very like no holds barred, so like niggas is still getting off. But I think they did a great job for American animation. Like I don't see this level of fluent fights in a lot of that type of animation. So I don't know. It seemed okay.
X-Men 97, the fights look crazy in that.
That's another one. That's another one. That's
the one, especially with Cyclops. He has some like cool animated scenes.
His entrance and a couple of
But with Invincible, I never I could never get into it. Like I was never like just never. I remember when it was coming out and people would talk about it, but it wasn't anything that like anybody was really like behind. But the people that were into it were like really into it. A buddy of mine, he had Invincible, the first printings of 1 through 10, and we had another buddy of ours. He gave him the whole 10 issues just because he wanted him to read it.
Damn.
And then that buddy, when he went to college, he had like lost it or some shit. He had lost all the books in a move. But it's like I always heard people talk about it, and they've been talking about it for so long that I felt like I already knew the book. And so I guess like from the perspective of like me reading it, I already knew the twist, like the Omni-Man twist. So like I couldn't really get too excited about reading it. But it did just, at that time I was like wasn't really into superhero shit. I've never really been crazy about superhero stuff. I've been more into like just things that didn't make sense when I was like younger. I was like 14, 15 when Invincible first came out. I did like Battle Pope. Yeah, and then that was Robert Kirkman's first published work. I think Battle Pope is like fucking hilarious.
Oh, I've seen this guy. Either you show me him before or I've seen him. Yeah, because I've seen this little Jesus guy.
Yeah, I think that like this is so cool. Like I like this is the kind of stuff that like I'm more into.
Omni-Man reminded you of this guy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Fuck it, So
yeah, I remember this specifically.
I kind of liked the whole parody on like religion and things like that. But that's the kind of shit that I was like reading.
Yeah. No, yeah, I mean obviously I had no idea what, like I didn't read to get to know Invincible to watch the show. Like I did the same thing with The Boys. I didn't know The Boys was a popular comic. Like I literally just, there's a show that's popping off that people are into, or like, I hear this is pretty good. All right, I'll give it a try too. I'm usually always like a season behind because I don't have enough time to watch. I barely have time to watch anime, and I barely have time to watch like movies that I really want to watch. So when it comes to TV shows, if I'm not on the ground floor because I know exactly what I want to watch, I'll wait till 2-3 seasons are in, and then I hear the buzz, and I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'll binge it, and I'll see if I like it. And if I don't, then by season 1, I'm out. But if I do, then I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. Let me add this to the list. Invincible was just that for me because even when it was first coming out, I liked the animation. It reminded me of like some, like DC animated shit. And then it was just super bloody. And I was like, oh, that's a cool take. And I was already watching The Boys at the time. And obviously when you draw something or when you animate something, you can get away with more. You just physically can't, like The Boys doesn't pull a lot of punches, but just the way you can draw damage, the way you can draw and animate damage is so much more interesting than when you can try to film it and like portray it. And then if you use CGI, then that feels weird. But then if you do a CGI image of people's guts like falling out, I feel like something weird happens to you. Like I feel like there's just not something you should showcase as much. But then drawing it and doing this sort of like blood rain shit that happens a lot in these shows, it's very interesting to watch. And so I got hooked, and then now I'm like,
I think the funny thing about like the early 2000s, well, the early, I guess the year 2000 to 2020 would be considered the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
I guess from from the 2000 zeros to the O's to the O1s and the O2s up into the 10s. A lot of the most popular indie comics were some of like these like really edgy, like pushing the envelope. I don't know why, but that's kind of where it was, because I remember Invincible wasn't popular with the mainstream comic readers, but it was definitely popular with the hardcores.
Yeah.
Like, as I was saying, like back then, like just to put it in terms that you could understand, like before Berserk was popular, if you read Berserk, it was like, oh shit, like this guy knows manga. And the American equivalent to that, like, was Invincible, because not many people knew about it. So it's like if you knew somebody who knew Invincible, it was like, oh shit, like, yeah, peak. Essentially, that was elite ball knowledge. And then we got The Boys, which I remember liking only because it was so different at that time. Like, The Boys was, I was like, oh wow, like this is crazy, like this is unfiltered, and and it was, for me, like if superheroes really existed in this world, like this is kind of more or less what would what would really happen. So I thought that was interesting. It was not the most amazing thing I've read, but a lot of people really liked The Boys, and then it got canceled with Wildstorm, and then Dynamite republished it, and then people kept following it, and then there was all like this crazy shit like with Crossed, and then with fucking we had Crossed, we had Uber, we had like a lot of these really
Uber, yeah, you were telling about that one. That's a good one.
We had like a lot of these really like adult hyper violent comics that were coming out that people really seemed to enjoy and follow. And obviously Invincible was like the Mount Rushmore. And then even if you go way back into like the late 80s into the 90s, you had like Faust, and like Tim Vigil was kind of like he was the grandfather of a lot of these early adult comics.
You were showing me Faust because he kind of had like this like Spawn, the
Spawn, Batman,
and, like, Batman sort of inspired, kind of helped bring this guy together. Yeah.
So like the adult, I guess you have to put comic because Faust is.
Yeah.
And then this was kind of like the ground floor for like what Invincible and what The Boys and Preacher and all this other shit would become, because before this book, like, nobody really thought to make superhero books like this, like, so I think that like, this is some crazy shit. The 9.6 is for $120. Yeah, so I mean 120 for like a 9.6 is kind of crazy, especially for a book like that. But so a lot of these like early adult books, adult superhero books with hyper violence, is like a lot of it was sort of gaining steam like in the 2010s, in the 05, 06 up into like the 2010s, when more people started reading Invincible, and people started getting into like kind of getting into The Boys and stuff like that. But I think Faust should get a lot more respect, I think, because I think Faust is often overlooked when people talk about like the indie adult space comics of like, oh, because I know that like Invincible is kind of like the poster boy of independent stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a lot of people should. It's funny. I have that book.
This one?
Yeah, I never even opened it because I meant to read it when I got it, and then I just forgot to read it. And then they did the small version.
And you just bought
and then I bought the small version and I just left that one. And I was like, all right. But yeah, I mean, you don't want to know what that's on. What yeah.
Yeah,
well,
that's crazy.
Yeah, so
That's kind of wild.
but this Faust kind of pushed everything to the next level. So without Faust, I don't even think we'd get things like Invincible or The Boys or shit like that. So, but yeah, that was that.
Yeah.
But the moral of the story is to kind of check out like the Mount Rushmore of
this like darker, yeah, and I want to because is Invincible done, I'm assuming.
Invincible's been done for a while.
Okay.
It was left with like the door open,
like an open-ended type. Okay, we'll see if that...
But I think Battle Beast might have been done to have some shit to put out when the show in eventually is is done.
Which I don't know how far it is, but this was a scene I saw. I was like, oh shit, this animation is kind of here. But he goes and it's but then like this shit, like what the fuck, nigga, what the fuck you doing like flash frames for, in a like a what's just a traditional animated joint, but
that's kind of cool. They got the anime like
yeah, the little anime little freeze frame.
Cool.
Some of the fights was just like they had rhythm to it. So I don't know. I think
people just complain for the sake of complaining.
we've hit that point, unfortunately. I think it's like niggas can't even really just let something like just be like, can you take a second? Because I think we have access to everything. It's because we have access to everything. That's like, can you take a second and just like realize like this, this isn't bad, right? Like, I think you're just able to watch too much shit at one point in time, and now nothing can satisfy. But like, shit go hard, bro. It's just I'm tired of this nigga getting his ass whooped. That's it. That's all it is.
Speaking of
But
comics,
yeah.
Absolute Batman. I think they were saying they did like a new One Piece cover, but I'm not too sure what the fuck it is that they're talking about. So if you could put Absolute Batman One Piece.
Sure. I was looking at this. I was like, what does this mean? Batman and Thor finally face off, but with an
No,
unexpected...
yeah, who gives a fuck about the Smart versus DC shit? One Piece, Absolute Batman.
Nope. People saying One Piece reference. So let's see the image first. Oh, okay.
Is that, I don't even know if that's a cover, because I'm trying to see like, is that like a panel? Is that like a cover? Should I pre-order it? Like, what's going on? But it what's so crazy is like,
Yes, it's a Gear 2, so he's doing a Gear 2 pose.
and click that what is it? Absolute Batman cover pays homage to.
I'm gonna give you Luffy One Piece.
Oh, an Absolute Batman 20 cover just dropped and fans instantly spot. Can you look up Absolute Batman 1? Because niggas said that they were doing a reference to Berserk, and I left a comment like, no, that's not. And everybody was like, you don't know what the fuck are you talking about? And then the author, like the artist of the cover, came out and publicly said like, nah, this is not a reference to Berserk.
Yeah, I don't know.
So niggas just be saying shit just put Absolute Batman 20 and then go to all, and I'll be able to find it.
Yeah, because I'm not seeing it. Preview?
Let's see. Keep going. Yeah, go up. There you go. Now just click cover B. No, just go up. Go no down.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, and then just go down the. Then you could go down the. Go to another one. Go to another one. Go to another one. Go to another one. All right. I mean, I guess you could go back.
Maybe it's
It might be an exclusive.
exclusive, or maybe it's is it not a cover and like in the like it's in the. It's the boy.
Nah, he wouldn't have shared it. I go up. Heroes Convention 2026. Now you could go back.
Yeah, I
'Cause
guess
I'm trying to find what this fucking cover is. Who?
Yeah. What is it a cover of? Or is it a panel or?
Put Absolute Batman 20, Luffy. Yeah. Now go to all.
By Dexter Soy.
Okay. Now let's Google that. I have no idea who that guy is.
Alright, real estate. He did number 19.
Cause I'll buy the cover just to because I think it's cool. I guess he reviewed it on his page.
Oh, on his page. Okay. I saw that though.
Go to his Instagram. I guess it's right there.
So I guess that's the reveal.
Yeah, it's gonna be with Big Time Collectibles. He did that a day ago. Yeah, like it was funny because I saw a lot of people like a lot of people were just saying like talking about how manga and like all this stuff, how do they kind of like overlap and like they pay homage to each other. And I don't think people realize like how long they've been doing that. Like I remember Dark Horse when they were still really really big on comics. Now they're mostly known for their manga. They were publishing like Lone Wolf and Cub. They were publishing, I think they might have been publishing the Dirty Pair, but Dark Horse was publishing like monthly mangas in like the comic book format, and then Marvel Comics was publishing Kira in full color.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they were. Yeah. So, you know, and a lot of these guys like Rob Liefeld, Frank Miller, a lot of these guys got inspired by like manga. So it's just weird for me just to see people like be like, oh yeah, they're finally respecting each other or whatever the fuck they're saying. And it's like they've always done that.
It's the fans, bro. Fans of shit, specifically American fans. Like, I don't know what it is about our culture. We always gotta like pit two shit together, like against each other. And like, unless these guys have like notable beef with each other, like you've seen them in the streets or they've been on the Twitter, just like they've been tweeting at each other, sending subliminals. Like, a lot of these artists either work on their shit and shut up, or they actually respect each other. So like, it's really us just adding on some angst to some shit for really no reason. It really makes no sense to me.
I think that like a lot of, even like when comics started shifting in like the late 80s into the 90s, the way that they do their paneling, like the way that they changed their paneling started changing it when you got guys like for example Rob Liefeld, which I shit on the guy a lot, but he kind of changed the game with him, and Frank Miller kind of changed the game with the way they started like paneling the work. Like that was all from manga. Like manga obviously like got the idea of comics from America, but they switched it up. They had their own flavor to it, and then they were like, "Oh shit!" Like, because
I like what you're doing.
Yeah, the Silver Age, the paneling was just whatever, but they were doing all like these funky panels when they had
sideways,
like,
and then the character will cut the paneling and shit like that. Yeah.
So then American manga started really like taking notes from that. So they've been borrowing each other, respecting each other. For fucking Frank Miller did a fucking Lone Wolf and Cub variant, like way back in the jig. So for people to like be like, oh man, like none of this is ever new. Viz published comics in America back in the 90s. Dragon Ball Z had like monthly comics. Pokemon had monthly comics. Akira had monthly comics, which those comics go for a lot of money. So I mean, cool, like
it's cool. I mean, like Luffy is like One Piece is, it's popular. Like I don't know what else to say. It's just extremely popular. It's extremely iconic, and if you do a reference, it means something. It's just like it's a nod to like, hey, we respect this thing. And it's also Batman too, so it's like you can't. It's also like another goat. You can't really do too much, but just be happy about that. But niggas gonna find a way to make something.
I think
that's fucking. That's scary shit.
I think
this cover.
Yeah, actually, there's a 9.8. We have a 9.8 of that in the shop.
That's really cool looking.
But even beyond that, like Absolute Batman is just like a hodgepodge of like things that are like things that work, like the Absolute Robins is essentially their fucking Gundam wing, and I thought, I don't know if you saw that. Go up.
Oh yeah, the little this thing, yeah. That's straight up, yeah. That's like a Gundam wing joint, yeah. Or like any kind of mecha, it's just like a straight up mecha show.
And I remember like, there was one coworker of mine was like hating on it, like, oh, this is fucking stupid, and I'm like, bro, like, it's I'm about to go on my rant. It's a lot of
that with a rant. I need a tight 15-minute rant.
I think like right now, like obviously, like if you follow this podcast or whatever, I work at a comic book store and I deal with like a lot of comic book people and heavily into the comic book community. For some reason, like old heads in the comic book community, like them niggas just don't know how to fucking let niggas live, bro. And it's just fucking frustrating that like, a lot of old heads, I'm talking about niggas that are like 40 and up, they hate Absolute Batman. oh, that's not real Batman. Oh, I like, and it's like, it's not for you, bro. It's not for you. Like, stop. Like, and this is the thing that like gets me tight about like the old heads in the community, is because these niggas want shit to stay the same, you know, and then they want shit to stay the same, and they fucking complain about how bad the industry is doing because as a result of shit staying the same. And when we get Absolute Batman and it's doing as well as it is, and it's moving 300,000 units a month, and it's bringing in new readers, a lot of these old heads are mad because there's new kids coming into the hobby that really like Absolute Batman, and they're mad because they're not fucking reading like fucking like old fucking Silver Age Batman, and it's like, oh, I don't like fucking Absolute Batman. Like, those people who read that don't read Batman. That's the point. Like, that's the fucking point. You're not supposed to, like, it's supposed to be a reimagining of the character so that, you know, people could get into it. What wasn't working with Batman now that people weren't interested in him? He became kind of unrelatable. I'm not a fucking billionaire. I'm not a billionaire. Both my parents aren't dead. I'm not a fucking super smart fucking tactical fucking genius. You know what I mean? Like, what made Batman cool back then isn't relatable to a lot of people. A lot of people like don't really like the idea of billionaires anymore because of things like Jeffrey Epstein and what's going on in the world. So like, that's kind of not relatable anymore. So then they were like, okay, well, let's take the money away from him. Let's make him a fucking blue collar guy with a single mom, and let's make this action focused. Let's cut all the fluff out, and let's just fucking make this kind of, you know, action oriented. People like horror now. There's like a big resurgence of horror. Let's throw some horror elements in there. And then people like anime. Fuck it. Let's introduce the Robins and fucking T-40 fucking power armor, like fucking Fallout. Yeah. Like, let's give them fucking Akira bikes. Like it's fucking cool. Like, do I think this is the best Batman in the world? Like, no. Like, this doesn't even break my top 10 of like favorite Batman stories of all time. But I like what they're doing. I like that people are excited. I like that it's action based. I like that it's fucking inspired by anime. It's inspired by everything that people complained about what they didn't like about Batman. This is all it. So it's just like these old heads, for the life of me, I can't understand why these old heads always want to gatekeep the fucking hobby, then complain that they're placating to other people. Well, that's the fucking point. Like, they gotta placate to a new audience.
Because you niggas is either not buying enough, or the industry's become too inflated, or they're just the times. Like, you need new people, you need new blood every time. You just have to have it to keep because then they got to become you.
Yeah,
they got to become 40-year-olds still in the shop. Hopefully. You know what I mean?
I just see these niggas and I'm like, bro, I never want to be like them. However, I'm a little bit like that with Berserk.
Yeah, but
you know, yeah, it's but sometimes I gotta reel it in and remind myself that it's a good thing. And like, I don't know, bro. Like, I really just don't understand.
Well, I think that's also inevitable. I think that's very much human nature, that if you got into something early on, especially if getting into it meant that you might have been ostracized, and then you still kept with it, you developed like this sense of like, this is my home, this is my, and you find people and you find your group, and it's like, this is a safe place I can be this person. And then you watch it get successful and you like it because that means more people, but then a part of you feels like it's getting away from you because But because it's more people, they gotta accommodate more people, and that's okay. Like, it sucks, but it's also okay.
I remember when I first started working at the comic book store. This was years ago. There was this dude who was, I guess he was with a date or whatever, and I think he was might have been around my age, and then he was like, "Oh, I was reading Berserk in the '90s," and then I had to I laughed. And then they turned around and looked at me, and I was like, sorry. And then I walked away. And it's like, how were you reading it in the 90s? It wasn't translated in English until it didn't come out to English till 2005. And I know this because a kid brought it to school because his brother brought it when it first came out.
So you sat there and translated it?
Yeah, and it's not like the 90s internet was niggas wasn't scanning shit back then.
Of course not.
So
you had to physically get it, and then you transcoded it yourself, which makes no sense that you would do that. It's highly unlikely that you would do that.
So I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe he did. But it
is dedication. But
we get into that level where niggas might be lying.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
might be lying. I will say to this on the other side, it is frustrating if you're into something, especially because we live in a content over art sort of society. We live in everyone's like a junior influencer. Everybody can be a streamer now. Everybody specifically since COVID, everyone has access. It is very affordable to get a setup, to stream, to make content. You can do it on your phone. There are apps that you can download to, edit and all this other stuff. There's clips, AI shit. It can be frustrating when you have lived your whole life or a good portion of your life into something, and then you kind of just turn on your phone and it's literally 10,000 niggas online
you have no business
talking about it, and you can. I think that's what it is. There is a level of frustration where you can tell when someone's not being genuine about.
Or Logan Paul, where you just a nigga who never grew up about
in your
shit,
face,
but then came up on money, and then now they just want to buy shit,
and they really genuinely don't care about it. They just like flaunting the thing, which also makes people adjacent to it like it more. It is very, very frustrating. It's not a black and white issue. It's a very gray area, because it's yes, you need to let people in. Yes, you shouldn't gatekeep. Yes, it's good when things do well, but also at the same time, it sucks that things can get diluted because people who genuinely have no business being in it because they genuinely don't care about it. They're just kind of doing it for revenue stream and money purposes. You're all right, shut up. I don't you're not a real fan of this. And where that line is, I don't know. I hopefully we'll get there at some point. Cause right now it's free game. I think it's just because of the internet, everything's wild. Everything's this way, that way.
You got these fucking Wall Street stock power brokers posting about collectibles now.
Collectibles and Pokemon. Oh, look at my collection. It's I don't know who never touched a Pokemon game because they were too busy doing whatever the hell they was doing, stealing people's money. It is weird.
If I put a lot of these guys in a collectible shop, and they had to wade through and see and look for themselves what the gems are in there, 90% of those 97% of those people wouldn't even know what the fuck they're looking for.
Oh, of course not. You could probably fleece that. You could give them you could do the 80 for a gram type, you know what I mean? 200 for an ounce type. Type. You could do them like that. I think, and honestly, I even think that there's even almost not an age limit or bracket, but I would say there's a grace period for anybody who's I think if they're younger, I think it's genuine. Honestly, I feel like it's even if they are following a hype.
I feel like
when you're a younger person, I think you have an opportunity to truly fall in love with it. If you a grown ass adult and you walk in these shops for the first time, I don't believe you. And I know that sometimes art is adjacent. I don't really I haven't done comics much growing up, but I'm getting into it more now because we're chilling. But also, I did like manga. I did like anime. So some stuff can translate. But if you I ain't seen you on none of these ball courts and you show up and I'm I don't. There's no like angles of separation with some of these people.
Yeah, there's a lot of those people. We get
Yeah.
I get some of those people in the shop that like were never into comics, but they kind of show up, but they kind of never really come back. But then we do have the
Fall off, yeah.
yeah, we do have like the people that were into it when they were kids, and then they used to read the graphic novels, and then now they're adults, and then they're kind of like, I just kind of want to, start reading again.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they do it, but
Those people you can kind of see. You can see that's what I mean. Where you gotta like you can detect if they're genuine or not because it's like, oh okay, I see what's up, man. Welcome back, type. Like,
yeah, but then there's the guys that like they come in and then they were never really into comics, and then they're like, what's worth stuff, and I'm like, dude, like,
yeah, it's like my boy. Yeah, it's like my boy who like was like he went card crazy. We were talking about him before. We talked about him in previous episode, but I won't name drop him. But like he like saw cards were getting good, so he immediately were like he saw specifically saw that Pokemon cards were getting popular. He saw a person who had a card who he believes is worth a lot of money, and then he looked it up and was like, oh, it might be worth a lot of money, and then saw that this person also had sports cards, and then was like, oh well, now I collect sports cards because I'm gonna be a millionaire in 6 months. And I'm like, it's not the stock market, not that kind of stock market. It will not happen overnight,
I think the problem is people
and you don't have the money to make it happen overnight.
want to become collectors, and they just want to jump straight into the collecting, and it's like you can't just do that. And I know a lot of people that sell shit that they got their whatnot pages, and then they're just jumping straight into it, like, oh, like I'm ripping packs, like let me just start selling shit. And it's a lot of people doing that. I see a lot of it on Facebook mostly. People will pull a rare card, and instead of keeping it, their first fucking reaction is to grade it, to put it on eBay, or just put it on eBay. And now it's like a lot of people, they don't want to build the knowledge, they just want to be collectors. They want to go to the card conventions, they want to do this, they want to do that, and it's like once you go to the conventions and you start trying to like sell and trade, and you have 1 or 2 years experience in this, you're gonna get fleeced. I'm telling you, you're gonna get fleeced by these niggas that know what you have and you don't. Like, I've seen people get fleeced at card shows. I've seen people get fleeced at comic book conventions just because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I know comic book niggas that fleece people. I know people that come in with collections and then they're like, I got yeah, and then they go, oh, these two are worth something, but then you got like the rest of your box might have minor keys that are worth $70, $80, $90, but they don't let you know that. You know what I mean? And then it's the same thing with trading cards, like so it, like, a lot of people are coming in wanting to rip because they see TikTok, they see all their friends. Like, I've never seen like so many Pokemon collectors since like the pandemic. I know the pandemic, everybody became a Pokemon collector all of a sudden, and then that kind of died out a little bit, and then now it came back, and it's like now it's like a lot of niggas is trying to open up their own shops. So like a lot of niggas is trying to open up their own Pokemon shops and they're trying to sell shit, and then I be going in there just to see like what it is that they're selling, and there's one store in particular, I'm not going to name any names, I'm not even going to tell you what they sell, but they mainly sell one thing, but then they sell a little bit of everything. And when I go into like these collectible shops, I'm judging on the little bit of everything that you sell. I'm not judging what you mainly sell. I'm judging on the little bit of everything that you sell, because that's gonna tell me, right, if you know your shit or you're just trying to like
Putting shit in the store.
you just put shit in the store.
Yeah.
So I went to this place, and then they sell what they sell, and then I saw that they had CGC comics, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. And then they had like complete garbage, like 9.0s, 7s of like just random issues of like Spider-Man and shit like that. Just shit that's not worth anything. And then it's like, why even put that out? You know what I mean? Like, why waste people's time with that shit? And then they posted on Instagram like, oh, look what we got. We selling CGC comics now. And I'm like, this is fucking complete trash. Like, you have a business, bro. You like, why would you want to sell your customers nonsense? Like, if I had my own shop,
It's almost like you're just doing it for the likes and views of it. Like not the people you're supposed to sell to. You're doing it for like influencer stat. I don't know. Yeah.
But if
you had a shop,
if I had my own shop, I'm selling a little bit of everything. But because I've been doing this for so long, I have like kind of like the knowledge of like a little bit of everything. Like, I'm not a specialist in one thing. I guess maybe you could say I'm a specialist in comics, but I do know a lot about a little bit of everything. So if I ever open up my own shit, you're not gonna see me sell like garbage on like either end. Like, if I'm gonna sell retro figures, I'm gonna call up my boy Rich, and I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm looking for da.
I think that you just said something. I'm gonna let you finish my thought, but you just said something very important. It's like that in itself is important, like the community of it. So it's like, yo, like, you might know about this, but you got a boy who likes comics, maybe not as much as you, but he's good with fucking video games. You like video games, so let me call up my boy and get more knowledge and like actually work together, because all this shit is supposed to work together, like collectibles, figures, stuff you like. A lot of these people are solo. They're nomads. They just come in and they're buying shit, and they don't really have even a friend to call and be like, yo, hey, is this good? Like,
No, they don't.
Am I gonna be out here looking crazy? Is this good? Oh no, that is good. That is good. Okay, got you. Actually, would you recommend me 3 more things? Thank you. I don't even think they know how to do that.
Yeah, even like, magazines,
Yeah.
shit like that. Like, I'm not cutting any corners. I'd rather have a small shop with a little bit of stuff, but everything there is straight heat, than a large shop with just fluff the whole way through. And then you get a nigga like me showing up to my own shop that's like, this is all garbage. And then, like, it's just, and there's a lot of shops like that now. Like,
but then the thing about like a bad review from you or a bad review from somebody who's like you, it's like, well, I'm gonna go tell people, yo, don't go over there.
I'd rather
exactly don't go over there, and you will continue to lose sales and just skate by with like people getting nothing.
Exactly. I'd rather have a shop of premium shit that's worth hundreds of dollars that people can't afford than have a shop with a bunch of little shit that people can afford that's absolutely like worthless. And I get it, buy what you like, but if I'm selling something to somebody, like, that could be somebody's first collectible. Like, that could be somebody that's willing to spend $300-$400 because they liked Absolute Batman. And I have a
So we was telling that before. I was like, you should have a museum only section in your shop, just like we were talking about with video games in New York, where they're just like, there's some shit that's behind glass that's just a flex. It's just like,
Yeah.
It's like, look, I got this. I got the Power Glove. We're not selling it to you.
I have an original page from the new Ultimate Spider-Man that had come out.
Yeah.
I'm not selling it, but I'll put it up.
It's like a sketch of it.
Nah, that was Psylocke.
Oh, that was Psylocke. Okay.
Yeah, but so
Again, but that's that attention to detail. It's not like not everything is for sale, and then 2, what I have to sell is quality. And like obviously you can have fluff, you can have your pops, you can have your whatever, but like if you're on Instagram marketing it like look at what we do and look how prestigious this place is, and
then you
you
just
don't have any knowledge of it, you do look pretty.
It's like why who would grade a random issue of like Spider-Man?
So now you're just wasting money. You're just grading shit to grade shit.
You're just grading shit to have it.
Yeah.
So,
and granted, here's the thing. I would say if you don't know anything about anything, I mean, you could do that. But again, the idea. Oh, this is kind of cool. This is cool. This I would do shit like this.
Great VHS tapes.
Great VHS tapes. First off, they're gonna die anyway, so they're kind of worth. The film goes bad. There's most VHSs can't even run, unfortunately. But like that's for me, like analog tapes, shit like that. That's pretty cool. But bro, I really think like understanding the community of where you're in is like half the battle. And like making the connections necessary to like find out what the hell you like. That's cool.
That's the Pokemon.
The Japanese joints. All for it, but I don't know, man. People can do it.
People just don't want to put in the work. Honestly, like they just want to get one
big pull, one big payday, one big. A lot of my coworkers are getting heavy into Pokemon. One of my coworkers,
I know, I see it in the Discord.
Yeah, one of my coworkers. Yeah, you see it in the 243 Discord. That one of them, he's like, I think he spent like $300 on cards and pulled nothing, and was just like, I guess I'll be back next week. And I'm like, bro, like, I mean, you could do that, sure, but I don't feel like it's a good fit for you. My other boy, shout out my boy Will. That boy's got a damn near museum in his house. He has an extremely extensive collection of like cards, pops. He's a dude that's got like pops on his wall. Mm-hmm. He's got games and cards that are like, he's like big in Pokemon. He's got the shit, and I'm like, bro, you can sell these if you want. He's like, no, I like them. I just like, he just has the books, and he's just like, those will stay there. These are all. He's like, he's got stacks as high of just like what he calls just like filler or fluff cards, or whatever. And he's just like, that's holographic. He's like, yeah, but it's whatever. I'm just like, bro, that's dedication right there. My guy's in it.
I mean, I've always just bought out the cards that I wanted.
Yeah,
because it just never made sense to me. Like,
do the hunting and pulling. And
shit. I don't like wasting my time. I come from a world where like you walk up to the rack and you get what you want.
Yeah,
type shit. Like I don't
because cards has too many variants. It's a little, yeah.
But I've always collected them because I've always like went into like little card shops here and there. Mm-hmm. Like I went to Adams Comics and Cards in like the early 2000s. Like I went to Mel's and Fordham, or near Fordham, you know. So, and you know, I bought single cards and things like that. But Pokemon, like if I had my own shop, I probably wouldn't do Pokemon. It's just because Pokemon brings a type of clientele that I don't have the patience for. Mm. And like I don't like, they're the most sweatiest of like they want,
really truly,
yeah,
damn,
they want a deal from you, but at the same time, if they were selling the card, they would want 100% off of it. They want like a 100% like value. And it's just a lot of that. Like a lot of vendors, like they'll have a card that's worth 400 priced at 600, and then when you try and like talk them down to market, they'll be like, oh nah man, like, you know, the card's gonna go back up. And it's like, then take it down if you're not selling it. Like I don't understand. So it's a lot of those dudes, like a lot of the customers for Pokemon are, for me at least, are unbearable. At least now in this climate, because I know comic book people can get unbearable as well, but I just think that comic book people, they aren't willing to die over this shit. They aren't willing to like fight over this shit. They aren't willing to stab people over this shit. And like I probably deal with hundreds of customers every weekend, you know, so, and I've dealt with like thousands of customers throughout the 3-4 years that I've been working at the comic book store. They're not willing to go to the same lengths of Pokemon people, because when we do our exclusive drops, when we do our signings, when we do everything, it's usually pretty smooth. Like you might get your one jackass disgruntled person that shows up late and they want to fight because the line, they not fight, but they want to like scream and yell because the line is capped. But I've never been in a situation where a fight breaks out, or anything like that, or like we don't really deal with people who skip lines. Like we don't really deal, at least from what I've experienced. Like a lot of the people in the comic book community are very nice. You know what I mean? So, and a lot of the signings that we do they run pretty smoothly. A lot of the drops that we do go pretty smoothly. So that's crazy. I had that card.
Dismally.
Oh yeah, go down. That card. And I sold it. To buy the first appearance of Gambit. Yeah, we'll see how that turns out for me. But and now it's like Pokemon and the energy that it kind of brings it's not good, bro. Like a boy of mine, he works at Walmart, and he does security or asset management just for the Pokemon cards.
Damn.
And his job is literally to watch the Pokemon section.
That's it.
Literally looking at people, and they be going under the shelves. Like they be doing mad shit, going behind the wall units and shit like that, trying to look for shit that might have fell in the back. So
old packs, trying to find.
Yeah, like trying to find like packs from 10 years ago. Look, I've never had to deal with that. It's usually like like the crate, all right, I'll tell you, like the most kind of tense it got was there was this one book that came out recently. It was called Nectar, right? And then it was like a line up the fucking around the corner for it. We put it behind the counter because we don't want people wrestling around on the shelves, because the books might get damaged. People might be, pushing and shoving. So we didn't want any of that. Put it behind the counter. These guys come up, they run straight to the back, and then they're like, "Oh, where's the book?" And then they're like, "Behind the counter." And then they're like, "Well, how come you didn't tell us that?" And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, "Yo, my nigga, like, how the fuck are we supposed to know what you're fucking buying?" And then before I could even say it, one of the sales associates was like, "How, like, you didn't tell us you were looking for it. So how are we supposed to know that?" So everyone lined up to get like the book.
Yeah.
And then that was it. That's like the most tense that it got a little crazy during the pandemic, but I think everything did.
Yeah.
But outside of that, like comic book people aren't really like, they're annoying.
Something weird about the card. Yeah.
It's just these niggas get crazy over cards. Somebody got shot
over cards. It's crazy. Not even sneakers, and even sneakers makes kind of like it's out of control. But that makes sense. I have one of these cards, and I'm trying to figure out if it's protected. Probably not. I just can't remember which one it is. I was just looking at it not too long ago, but. Hey, it's the one. All right. Let me see. So, let's see. What close the notes. What we got?
The old heads need to shut the fuck up.
That's yeah. And I think I don't know, I think as a if you're into this stuff, find the people who also are into stuff and into things adjacent. And if you're interested in, I don't know, trying to turn a profit or collecting, just ask your friends about stuff. If you're not one of those people, then best of luck, because you're probably not gonna last too long in this thing. And even if you again, and even if you are late to the game, like if you are in your 30s and you thought you might have liked Pokemon 20 years ago and you kind of want to get into it now, then humbly start. Just humbly start. Act like you know. Act like you ain't been there before, because you haven't. You know what I mean? And if you are into it, try to understand the nuance of it, if you can. And then I'm gonna find out where this card is, because I'm gonna see if it's worth anything, but it's probably not. I think we covered most of this stuff. All right, y'all go do something fun with your lives.